Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk a little bit about flows and how we can navigate to the flows screen, like flow builder screen. So basically, if you know, Salesforce has deprecated workflow rules and process builder, and now for all the automations we are using flows. And to build the flows, we have something called as flow builder, which is used to create simple or complex automations, forms, and guided user experience with little to no code. So the good thing is we don't require any code, we just require our logic, like how we can implement it. So let's get started without wasting any time. I am already logged into my Salesforce org. So this is my Salesforce org and I am in my setup. If you are not in your setup, then you can navigate to setup by clicking on this gear icon and click on setup. So once you click on setup, you will be navigated to your setup screen, and from here under the quick find you can just search flows, and under process automation you can see flows and just click on it. Like you can create a new flow from here and you can see the existing flows from here. These are all pre-installed flows which comes in your developer org. So we are not going to like delete them or anything. I think we are not allowed to delete them. So these are the existing flows which are already there in your Salesforce org. So you can see the label of the flows and process type, active, template, package state, and so on. Like other columns are also there. Basically, it's a list view. So yeah, I'll just show you the basic canvas of the flow, how it looks once you start creating it. So this is our existing flow, which is like there in the system, add or modify service appointment attendees. Once you click on the flow, it will be always opened on the next tab. Like it will be always opened in the next tab if you're opening from this screen. Okay, and this is like how how your flows will look once you start building them. And here are a few options: run, debug, save as new flow, save, deactivate. We are going to talk about them later, but just for now we'll just see like this is how the flows are going to look like. We are going back to our flows tab, list view, and here you can see two buttons. One is flow trigger explorer and another one is new flow. If you like, we can just ignore flow trigger explorer for some, like for this video, and we can just click on new flow, or we can just focus on new flow. Once we click on new flow, it will be opened in the new tab again, and you will get the option to start from scratch or use a template. These two options are like relatively new because earlier we didn't have the option to use a template. This is like a newer option. So I would prefer going from scratch. So I'll click on next. Once we click on next, these are the recommended flows which Salesforce suggests, but there are multiple flows which are in Salesforce now, like Salesforce scheduler flow and recommendation strategy. These are comparatively new flows and we are going to talk about them. Basically, these are the types of flows using which we can build our flows. Okay, so we're not going to build any flow today. We're just going to see like how the UI structure looks like. From here, these are the three options. This is list view controls, like if you want to create a new list view or clone, rename, sharing settings, like so on. And if you want to refresh this page, the flow page, if you are not able to see any flow and you think like maybe it's not refreshed, the page is not refreshed, then you can just directly refresh this list view. And the filters, you can filter your flow based on the label, process type, whether it is active or not, and template, like so many things. You can filter it based on that. So I think that's all about it in this video. Okay, one more thing is there. If you want to navigate to the flows from your object, you can navigate to a record trigger flow from your object. You can go to object manager and just select any object. In my case, I have selected account, and in this we have something called as flow triggers. Once we click on flow triggers, there is this screen, and if you have any record trigger flow, then those will come here. And the thing about this screen is if you like try to open the flow, it will be opened in the same tab, so it will be not opened in the next tab. Okay, like another tab. And here also we have two options, new flow and flow trigger explorer. And in the next video we are going to like dig in more details about the flows. Okay, Thank you so much for watching, and you can like the video and subscribe to the channel.